Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and today's video is all about packing. We're going to start with the toiletry bag and we're actually sitting in my living room floor. I like to start out, this is just a hard copy. I do pen and paper just because I can pack it around with me, and whenever I need to mark things out, make adjustments, whatever, if I just randomly think of something that I may need to get, I always have, well actually this is my second draft, but this is kind of our tried and true list of what I pack. The toiletry bag, the main thing with it is whether you are flying or not. We typically fly. I don't really pay a lot of attention to worrying about if I pack too much when we're in a vehicle, because then it doesn't bother me. But when you are flying, you have to stay under a certain amount. Everything has to fit into a certain space, you know, the whole drill. So we typically do a personal item only, but I'm still packing that way, even though we're going to have everybody's going to have their personal items and then going to do a carry-on as well. Because the main reason for this is because I typically stress getting everything into a personal item just to keep costs down, but we are gearing up for back to school, and this trip is going to be just in case we run into a little extra shopping, because we typically don't do shopping and clothes can bulk up really quick. So we're still going to stay focused on the personal item, but I'm going to have the carry-on just in case. So this is a special thing, but this toiletry bag will be still geared toward the personal item, so it still applies. So I hope you all are still here for it. This is just a complete rundown of everything that I put in the toiletry bag. So I'm actually going to start by showing you what my toiletry bag actually looks like. I got this one off of Amazon. I've had it for several years now, so I can't even remember for sure. But knowing me, it was less than $10. I would say significantly, truthfully. But I don't even remember. I'm sure it's still on there, but it's just very simple. And there is a pouch here, and then it has these two little pouches here. But what I have noticed, it's supposed to be sewn right here, and I don't know if I ripped it or if it was never sewn, because it doesn't appear as though it was ever sewn there. I don't use it anyway because this space is right here where the handle is, and it makes it too bulky to use, so I don't even use that. If you needed to, I would probably get that fixed. But anyway, down here in the bottom part, there's this little pouch, and then on the inside you have these two little pocket sleeve type things, and then these pockets back here, as well as on the back there's another pocket. There is no like zip or Velcro closure whatsoever. I don't know that I've ever used this one. I may actually, come to think of it, this trip, but I'm kind of worried things would come out, so I'm not sure. But anyway, the point is this bag has a hanger and it has served its purpose very well. So very pleased with it. You don't have to go out and spend like crazy upwards $20-30 for a toiletry bag. This will be just fine. So anyway, with all of that, I'm going to grab you all and go through everything that I have laid out on the floor. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments about any of the stuff, I will love to just answer any of those questions that I possibly can. I got some of this stuff from Amazon. Some of it I just got from Walmart. So there's not really anything to link. It's just generalized stuff. So with all of that, let's jump into it. So we're going to start with hairbrush, comb, and this actually has, I'm not sure if I can do this one-handed, but I want to show you like completely everything, and I can't get it open, but it has hair clips for myself and then some hair ties for the baby because we have to have our hair back, and usually my hair clips will end up getting broken if I just throw them in the bag. So this was a perfect size, and I actually got it at the Dollar Tree. I think it was like in a pack of 2. So that is worth its weight in gold. So that is our hair stuff. And then the razors, toothbrush, toothpaste, flossers, and I usually just buy the large bag for home anyway, so I just get some of those out and put them in like one of the little snack size Ziploc bags. And then this was only $1.50, and I normally put the Q-tips in this bag, in the Ziploc bags, and do the same, but sometimes the ends of the Q-tips will get like kind of fuzzy and just gross. So I know it's not actually gross, but it just looked that way. So this was $1.50, and I figured I could just reuse this, so I splurged on this one. And then this is a Dr. Mom otoscope. I honestly don't even know if they still sell these. I've had this one for years. It just takes AAA batteries, and I always take one of these with us whenever we go. So even if we do, if any of the babies have an ear issue, I can use this, and if I have to do a telehealth or anything like that, I can describe exactly what it is that I'm looking at. So I have this at home anyway, so I just throw it into the travel bag, and that way we have it if I need it. Deodorant, of course, shampoo, and most of the resorts that we go to do have their own, you know, they do provide the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, but this is a goat's milk shampoo, and I'm more particular over my little girl's hair than my own, and if I use regular shampoo on her after so long, her hair starts looking really dull, and I just don't like it, so I just don't want to do that. So I did bring enough for her. And then this is hair gel for me, and this is mineral-based sunscreen. I want to think it's Aveeno Baby, like zinc, mineral-based, whatever, and it is like absolutely amazing. I use this before we leave our room, and then I take this in a little backpack with us whenever we're out and about, and I can just reapply with this if I don't want to take this, depending on how everything goes as far as the weather and that kind of thing. But this, typically, it's so thick, and unless I'm planning on, you know, us doing a whole lot of sweating or getting in the water, then I just apply in the room and then take this one. Otherwise, I would just take that bottle. So, back to the goat's milk. This is the soap that we use. My babies have always had like, they had just kind of like dry skin for the most part, and then my middle boy had eczema, and I started using this. He was probably, I used to make it, he was about a month old, I guess, and I started making the soap, and then I found this on Amazon, and it is absolutely amazing, and we've used this for the past couple of years, and it does just as good as the one that I made, and it's significantly cheaper. So, not to say, you know, quicker as well, but I take this because, again, the other like body washes and soaps and that kind of thing, he even washes his hair in this, and that kind of goes back to why I use the goat's milk on her hair. I really like it, and once you get used to it, it's very, very difficult to go back to the other. But moving on, this is just Flonase we are going in the summer, so this is just kind of an allergy nose spray. It's actually a prescription, so I usually just bring it because it is absolutely amazing. No, actually you can get this over the counter now. But anyway, this is one of those things that I would rather have and not need than need and not have. So I always throw that in there. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. Same goes with the hydrocortisone cream. And we use that for just different things depending on, you know, if you ever were to need it. There is, what is it called? A lot of people refer to it as Disney rash. It's like exercise-induced vasculitis. It's just a thing that makes your skin kind of get itchy and a little irritated, and this helps with that. Thank God we've never needed it for that, but just in case, I at least have enough to get us started. Bacitracin is just an antibiotic ointment, and this is a I got tongue-tied, sorry. A muscle rub. It's 2.5% menthol. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it's, what is it, compared to the active ingredient of Bengay. So got that again just in case we need it, because we will be doing a lot of walking, which leads me to my next one of Band-Aids and moleskin. This actually I got from the Dollar Tree, and I was very, very excited because it came in a roll, and I just cut it in strips, and then I cut a couple of smaller pieces, and I'll be putting in my bag to take with us as well. But this is just what's going in the travel bag, and then I can refill out of this if I need to. So ibuprofen, I take the the tablets, the round tablets, just because all of my babies are at the weight. So always go by the weight whenever you're giving medicine, dosing medicines. But they're at the weight where they can all take these, and the round ones are so much easier to swallow than the oblong ones. Just a mommy thing. But these are actually those are mine because I don't have an issue with it. But I always bring the round for them. But again, this is just, I should have showed that before I opened it, but this is just a travel pill container, and I use this. We keep just Claritin D, chlortrimeton, ibuprofens, my dailies, like as far as routine meds, vitamins, that kind of thing. And over on this side, we have these little sticks. I'm sure you've seen those. This is a perfect size to just, I don't know if I can get it out, but I wanted to just show you. Okay, just in case, it's those little ampules that you just kind of puncture or squeeze in the center, and then it saturates this, and you rub it across a sting, and it's like instant relief. So I fit 2 of those in there. And then another thing on the medicine, I typically take like the Alka-Seltzer Plus. Even though this says severe cold and flu, a lot of these medications that treat certain things, like this one in particular, antihistamine, nasal decongestant, so it doubles as allergy meds or whatever you may need that for. So I just kind of keep that on hand just in case, because you never know when you may get a summer cold or anything like that. So this is saline solution for my contacts. So I also bring an extra pair of glasses and contacts that I keep in here. And this is just saline eye drops, just in case anyone were to, need those for anything. And this is a Toberdex. It's actually like an ointment that I'm sure y'all have heard of, like pink eye and that kind of thing. And anytime that there are public waters and there's a lot of sharing going on by all different ages within those waters, you never know exactly what's going to get in someone's eye. So I take this just in case we were to need it while we're there. I can go ahead and get that started. And then this is just a lidocaine patch. And I usually just bring one of those. I just tried to find the biggest one that I possibly could. So worst case scenario, if I needed to, you know, cut it in two, something like that, if there was just, you know, a certain spot that was hurting, whatever, I just bring one of those in case for that. And then this is just a fingernail file that I got from the Dollar Tree. It came in a pack of 2. And I'm not sure if I can get this open with one hand, but I thought it was super cute because if you just put the fingernail file in there, it was like grabbing onto everything. So I found that and decided to throw that in there because worst case scenario, I can at least, you know, smooth out a hangnail, broke nail, whatever, that kind of thing. So this is everything that I put in the travel bag, in the toiletry bag, I'm sorry. And we've never really needed anything else as far as one thing, the shaving cream. When I shave my legs, I'll just use the hair conditioner, but my son, chances are, will need shaving cream. So I may have to actually get a travel bottle of shaving cream. But besides that, this is it. So I hope you all have enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.